I'm going to tell a story. Pardon me. I've been getting a lot of hits on my bipolar vlogs and my social anxiety and whatever, so there must be a lot of people out there that are curious about mental illness, or maybe they're looking for people who are going through the same thing as them. I'm not exactly sure. I know that all of the comments that I've gotten on my bipolar informational type videos were just, there was a lot of thank yous, and it was really touching. And I just got one on my social anxiety, I believe it was, where a woman commented she commented on another viewer's comment, saying that when she was the first viewer said that her family doesn't understand, and they're always telling her to get over it. Like, they just don't understand that you can't just get over a mood disorder or a mental illness. So, and then somebody else wrote she was actually hospitalized, and they said get over it at the hospital. Somebody said that to her, which is A, unprofessional, and B, you think that the doctor would know, it's not something you can get over. But when I just got that last message 15 minutes ago, and it made me remember a story. Well, not a story, something that happened to me. In 2003, November was when I was diagnosed. But leading up to November was, I was accelerating rapidly. And I remember in August, it was just so bad, and I was really suicidal. And I just remember this one time, it was like 4 in the morning, and I had been in the bathtub crying for hours, just bawling and looking at my razor, and just, anybody who knows what being suicidal is like, is just you just look at it and you're like, oh, I just wish I could do this or whatever. And I was so afraid that I was going to kill myself and that my fiance was going to find me the next day in the bathtub. I was so afraid, and I knew I didn't want to do it, but I also knew that when you're sick, when you're ill like that, if you get too low into your depression, you're not really in your right state of mind, and it feels like that's the only way out. And I know, because I felt like that the other times that I've been like that or tried or whatever. So I called my mom, and I just remember bawling and asking her to come to my house, which was 2 hours away from where they live, pick me up and bring me to the hospital, because I wanted her to admit me. I wanted to be admitted, because I didn't want to kill myself, and I knew it was still months until I was going to see the doctor, and I could feel myself getting worse. I didn't want to get to the point where my brain was where I was just too affected by it, that I would make a wrong judgment and end my life. So, of course, as soon as I told her, like, I'm sitting here thinking about killing myself, she said I'm on my way. After she cried, but she came right away, and she got there at like 6 in the morning or something, or it was really early in the morning. And she took me to the hospital, and they, you go to emerge, and they're like, what's wrong with you? So you have to tell them this is what's wrong, and whatever. And I was so ashamed of my depression then, I didn't know what it was yet. And so they send us over to the mental health, emergency section or whatever. So we go and we see this caseworker type of woman. Some administration, I don't know, like, she's just some woman that you have to talk to. And by this point, I'd been uncontrollably crying for like at least half a day. I just couldn't stop crying. It was like I was gonna have some sort of a psychotic break or something. which I very well might have. So we went to talk to this woman, and she's asking me questions, just the standard, like, questions to try. I guess she was trying to figure out what I had, but I didn't know. So, and when I was trying to explain it to her, first of all, she was looking at me like I was crazy, and I would think that someone that is in that profession has seen just about everything. Like, why would you judge somebody? Why would you look at them like that if they're coming to you for help? Secondly, I told her, I want to be admitted. I want you to admit me to the mental health hospital that we have in this city, because I don't want to hurt myself, and I fear that I'm going to. And she looked me in the face and said, I can't admit you until you attempt to kill yourself or attempt to harm someone else. Or until you do something, until there's some sort of action. And I just lost my mind. I lunged at her, and my mom's like, calm down. Like, she pulls me back, and I'm bawling and just sobbing. And I was like, you're telling me that I have to try and kill myself before you're going to help me to not kill myself? That doesn't make any sense. I'm coming to you for help, you know? And I was like, what if I try and kill myself and I don't fail? Like, what the fuck are you going to do for me then? And I'm like, if you want me to hurt somebody, I will. If it gets me in the hospital, I'll hurt you. Like, I was so pissed. And that is just the kind of things that people with mental illness have to go through. The stigma of having a mood disorder even. And, like, I mean, a mood disorder isn't the same as schizophrenia or psychosis, some sort of psychosis or whatever. Like, there's a whole bunch of different ones. I don't know too much about those. I know about mood disorders, but I thought it was disgusting, and I think that society should be more open-minded when it comes to this, considering more than half of the northern, like, North America, over half of it has some sort of depression or anxiety disorder, or like everybody has these symptoms. It's only some people have disorders and it makes them worse. Everybody experiences anxiety and depression, so everybody should be able to relate to somebody who's ill. And I think it's disgusting that people still treat people like they're crazy, like they're insane. And that comment made me think of that, so I thought I would share that experience with the people that are interested and look up bipolar and whatnot. So that's all I have to say, and I'll see you later.